Alright, hey, this is Super Ninja Man. If you're just joining me, you should go watch part 1 or part 2 first because today we're going to be UVing those models. And if you don't have a model UV, then this tutorial won't do anything for you. Alright, so you want to make sure you're not triangulated or anything because that makes selecting faces for UVing harder. Right click and go to UV mapping. Later you might have to use the other key. Oh yeah, I remember doing that now. Alright, so we're going to have to UV map, and then I'm going to have to press R because that deletes my old UV maps. Okay, I'll show you the way I do it. Make it all one color. Select the edges, unmark edges, and then go through and the edges that you want, like, let me think about how to explain it. Because how we're not like marking the hard edges, we're going through and selecting edges that should be separate from each other. Like this side and this side shouldn't be connected. The rim shouldn't be connected to this face of the Tsuba because you know that would make some weird stretching. Basically, it's the same as coloring them different colors, which is probably better, but sorry, I just woke up. But I told someone I'd have this done by today, so I will upload the .objs of the katana and the scabbard so that you could practice on my model, just in case you're following the tutorial like that. Mark edges for cut. And then these edges, I would hit loop, but oh, okay, that one worked. But like on that one, the way that these are connected, it thinks that that's the loop, and it's not what I want selected. Mark edges for cut. Alright, now that we have all the cylindrical edges ready, we're going to start cutting things in half. So let's start with the cutting edge. Mark edges for cut. Okay. Yeah, so far it just looks like these are actually just my hard edges so far. But that's not how it's going to maintain. And modeling low poly makes UVing so much easier, because instead of having like 32 sections right here, I only had 3. It's like marker edges. No, I didn't mean to do that. Gotta make sure I didn't have anything else selected. To mark edges for cut. Mark edges for cut. Alright, so now when I go to not projection, or when I go to unfolding, these faces will all end up together, separated. All the faces that are within orange lines from each other will be separated. No, I mean, we'll be together and they'll be separated from the ones outside of their orange lines. That makes sense. Like drawing boundaries. Like if you were, the best way to think about it is like if you were skinning an animal, this is where you put the knife. Okay, I'm not gonna do it with the blade. I was just thinking about something. Okay, and then on the cylindrical edges, you need to select. I try to maintain it along the entire thing. You have to cut these edges so that when it unwraps, it just makes a kind of just a long rectangle out of it. But you'll see that when we unwrap the curved edges, I mean, they stay curved. So I'm going to show you how I get past that, and it makes texturing easier, especially on the handle. This we could just leave it flat, and that's what I'm going to do. And then I kind of want to, well, no, actually, I'll just do that later. Okay, so we're going to continue unfolding. And whoa, that is unique. What? Do you see that? The way the blade ended? That's not right at all. All right. That's okay, I suppose. We'll just deselect these guys. And I don't know what. Oh, that's just stupid, isn't it? Let's see. Yes. Okay, we're gonna deselect that, and then we're gonna right-click because sometimes you'll have things like this happen. Sings. Okay, right-click it, and then on UV mapping, press M. Press the middle mouse button, and that gets it ready to be resegmented by you. And the way I was doing it was pretty much just segment by projection. Yeah, see, they're all 3 different sections now. Then continue projection normal. That was weird that it ended up how it did, though, don't you think? It still doesn't look curved. Alright, so we have a bunch of little parts. And I'm lazy, so I'm going to show you how I get rid of the little parts. Okay, let's select here, here. Okay. See how they're selected together? Move to center. And because those ones were perfectly the same size, they fit perfectly together, so we can texture both of them at the same time. Because I don't feel like putting, because I did just how I texture. Okay, and these two are identical, so we're going to select these, move to center, and then we have the SEPA separated from everything else. Okay, let's move it. Whoa. Oh no, I need that back. That was crazy. Move free. I'll just put that there so we know that they're together. This should be the entirety of the handle. Alright. Let's move to, and then top. And that keeps them in the texture map, but as high as they can go. Really, you shouldn't stack these two. Or, I mean, it depends on what you're going to do. If you're going to put a signature on it, you don't want to stack them. Well, the signature goes on the SEPA anyway. Never mind. Yeah, go ahead and stack these two. Move to center. Let's move these ones to the, okay, let's move to the left. I meant to the right, but okay. Let's select the Habaki. Okay, move to center. Move to right. Right now I'm just getting everything grouped together by their real life counterparts or whatever. And then I'm going to organize it. Oh shit, that goes with these guys. Move to center Y. Move to left. Okay, let's get the blade together. Move to center. Okay. Now we're gonna make it where things that are mirrored, are mirrored. So we're gonna flip horizontal, move to center, and let's make sure they cover each other perfectly. And they do. Awesome. That way, you save texture size. It does some mirroring, but if you don't have any words, mirroring isn't a big deal. Alright, let's rotate this. Let's move horizontal. Let's get it to group with that guy. Okay, let's see. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna show you a technique later. I don't know if I'm gonna use it on that because I don't know. Move to left. All right, now we're gonna start scaling things to make them fit better so we can get a good texture on them. Usually I'll make it where I can fit 5 or 6 blades on a single texture sheet, but this time I'm not gonna do that, just to show you how to do it. All right, so we're gonna scale uniform, not that big, but let's go 150%. Yeah. Okay. Scale uniform, 150%. Alright, and then let's make sure all these edges are, because you want them to be straight, because when you texture it, we're going to texture with straight lines, and so it's going to be obvious if it's not, perfectly straight. But because because the section of it was curved, let's move that little horizontal so I don't actually pick up those. I'll just pick it down. Vertical. What was I saying? We don't want it to be obvious, or because it was curved, it didn't unwrap completely rectangular. And so what we're going to do, we're going to go by section and flatten Y. It makes texturing so much easier. It saves your life. And we got lucky and all these were aligned on the X, just, by the grace of themselves. And so that ended up being beneficial. That one was already flattened along the way, because that one's I think that's the side opposite of the cutting edge, or the place where we cut it for, whatever's. Flatten along the Y. Oh, damn. Flatten along the Y. Mark edge for cut, that's what I was trying to say. Flatten Y. And we're going to flatten these on the X. Flatten X. Just in case. Because you can see right here there's some. Flatten X. Flatten X. And flatten X. Alright. And so, that's done. So we're gonna. Okay, so the right side is the right side of this. That's good. That'll help you when texturing. Okay, now see, we're gonna find out which face. Okay, let's match it up with this face, or these two faces. So I'm assuming it's this one. Yeah. All right. No, I did not mean to move you guys. All right. So we're going to. No, motherfucker! Don't tell me what to do. Rotate to where that's like that. Move vertical. We're gonna try to get it as close. Let's zoom in like crazy. We're gonna get these things like on top of each other. Really? It was 1 degree skewed. That's annoying. I guess it was a little more than a little less than 1 if that's now doing that. Okay. Vertical. All right, that's close enough. So select these two and click stitch. Then we're gonna do it with this one too. Stitch. Then we're gonna fix that, but not by. We're gonna rotate these guys. Yeah. Or move down along the vertical. We're gonna try to get all that stretching and all that stuff out, because that isn't something you want in your textures. Okay, we're gonna try to. I'm starting to think this wasn't a good idea. I'm trying to figure out how to. Because you can see the. Well, I guess it's not really that obvious. Yeah, doing that's good enough, I think. But see what I did? It was so that the texture from here will bleed onto that. Let's reflatten these along the Y because I know they're messed up. Same with this side. Let's make sure this is still flat along the X. Alright, cool. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should have done a smaller face, or maybe I should have just done one face. Yeah, I'm starting to regret what I did. But it'll be fine. It'll make it where when I texture this section, it'll be fine. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I should have probably just gone one side or one face, like I did at the very start, before or second face, but I don't really care. Move to bottom, move to right. Okay, now let's do the same thing with this guy. Move to center. Now we're gonna find, we're gonna do this face. So we want this one. Cool. Oh, let's make sure it's actually on top of itself, right? It's not. Okay. So what we're gonna do is deselect those, select all, flip horizontal. That didn't look like it came out right to me. No, not that. Select just face. Okay. So we want this face to, you know, be part of that. I'm starting to question myself whether or not I want to do that. Actually, no, we don't want it on the side face. Select this face. Select this guy. Move free. I think it was that one, right? This one. Okay, so what is this one? Well, why isn't it selecting that one? What the? Ugh. How did this thing unwrap? That is acting so crazy. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Okay, let's not move to center Y. No, I meant move to center X. Move to center X. We're not gonna toy with that too much, but we're gonna scale up the scale it up so that we can get a good amount of detail in the Tsuba when we texture. Let's go uniform. Right now I'm just gonna keep them all at 150 until I, you know, can think of a reason why one should be bigger. Like I think I'm gonna have to make the I'm gonna make the handle bigger because, oh damn, I should have done those together because I made sure those were like aligned and stuff. Move vertical until it's just outside of itself. But a lot of people say you shouldn't put them flush against edges because texture bleed or something like that, but I've never noticed a problem with it. But if a problem does arise, you might want to keep them as islands. Move to bottom. Move vertical. Alright, now let's do the Habaki. See, the Habaki should be a lot easier to move to center, and we're going to scale this one up 200% so we can get a good amount of detail. Well, that's not even a good amount of detail. 300% done. Move up along the vertical. Man, this thing is not straight. It doesn't look like it to me. Okay, anyway, so let's select one of these fat faces. No. Select my face. Deselect my face. See, really what you want to do is maintain the size of these boxes all the way across. Not have like where they're finer or a lot larger on some spots. But it doesn't really matter that much, I don't think. Okay, let's see if this one's actually more towards the center. Okay, they're neither towards center. I should cut it so that one this would be in the center rather than these two small faces. Okay, and then what is it, that one and that one? Those are the two touching ones. Okay, good. So we're gonna do the same. We're gonna stitch these two together. Move. We're gonna try to make that line straight. Awesome. Okay, now let's stitch these two things together. Can't stitch so many charts at the same time. What are you talking about? Stitch. What are you even... I've never gotten this error before. That means there might be something else selected. Doesn't seem like it. Or else something would have lit up when I read when I did that. Stitch. What the fuck? This is new. We'll do one. We don't have to make them real stitched. We can just move vertical. There, now when I texture, it'll be right. That was dumb. Alternatively, I could have just cut all these edges, the ones connecting to the blade, and then had those like sticking up as top of the cylinder. But this way I can bake some fake ambient occlusion right there, and it would look pretty okay. Move vertical. All right, I don't think I could fit the blade if I scale it up as much as I scale these guys up. What do you want? Actually, I was thinking. All right, so let's do 45 degrees. Move to center. Scale uniform. Actually, I need to make sure I'm holding down this button so I can get a little less than 45 degrees. 40 degrees. Scale uniform. 130. Move to center. That's nice, I think. Rotate this thing. Oh, this one's actually flat, so 45 degrees. No, 40 degrees. That should scale up 130. Move to center. Okay, so this one should be on 45 degrees. Oh, that's weird. Move free. Now let's find places for all these to go around that. Ah, damn it. Don't move. Not you. Move free. Actually, this could go here. I could put something. I could put that junk. The SEPA, because the SEPA should go next to it, logically. I'll just put it above. Alright. I can't tell if it's selected because it's so tiny. Move to center. Scale uniform. 150%. Again. This is going to be the longest UVing of the tutorial. Center. I probably should have practiced UVing before. Also, I mean, yeah. Alright, move. Oh yeah, we're gonna put this guy down here. Okay. So let's make sure these faces. Okay, let's select it by face. These two guys should be on top of each other, or should be parallel with one another. Okay, they're not. So, whoa, shit. Whoops. Okay, so we're gonna make one of these horizontal, but then I'm also gonna need to make this version of it horizontal, or flip horizontal. Flip horizontal. We gotta move this shit to center again. Alright, so those two should... Dang, I was hoping that these two would fit each other perfectly. But since this is really a very, very tiny part, you won't notice it. We're just going to put a metal texture over it. We're not even going to do anything with it. Move. Save some texture space. Not that I need it, because I'm not going to put anything on here. Alright, cool. So we UV'd everything pretty terribly. Alright, now we're going to create texture. Make sure your background, don't do that. Background, we want it white. If you don't have a background, it'll just make a transparent black thing when you do draw edges. And we want to draw border edges. Let's make that really small. You could, yeah, never mind. Okay. And we got a texture for that. Oh, damn, I forgot I'd fit the, what's it called texture? On the scene, look how, you can see how there's that, and it fits perfectly. I mean, it goes really nicely on it, and it's really decent, I think. Can't even see the line on that one because it's so thin, because this texture map's so big. Oh my god, my foot's waking up. Had it tucked under me. No, it's just, it needs to wake up. Okay, we're gonna do the scabbard really quickly. UV mapping. Unmark edges. Even though we're gonna remark those ones. Mark edges for cut. Just do it right there. Deselect these bottom edges and these edges as well. Mark edges for cut. Loop. What the fuck? Mark edges for cut. Alright. Continue unfolding. See, this is what I was expecting to happen with the handle of the katana. Well, actually, remap UV. Oh, wait. Continue. Cylindrical map should work. Whoa, shit. Apparently not. See how bloated it gets right there? Alright, my mistake. And you couldn't even find where that would go. Okay. I'm middle clicking right there. If you just right clicked, it would have just brought you to your texture sheet. Right, continue. Unfolding. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create texture, but we're not going to have a back. I mean, we're going to use the Katana AUV as the background, and we're not going to draw edges. Okay. See, in that way we can see the texture. Or I guess I could have just set the material as it. That was dumb of me, but it works. Okay, so we're gonna move to center like always. Oh no, actually that was dumb. Since the I'm just gonna have it as a black lacquer. It won't need to be that high detail. So let's move vertical. Deselect these, move vertical until they're approximate. And but you want to keep them at least, you know, well UV'd so that you can put extra detail if need be, like like those, like how mod makers like to put fancy knots on them. Technically, a combat katana wouldn't have those fancy like knots where the cord is tied into itself like 30 times. It would just be a really simple knot. But hey, man, it's their life. So yeah, I'm just flattening these. I'm trying to loop. Oh, it worked. Oh nope, something happened. I could have circularized it. I said it right that time. Oh, because I'm not on that. Okay. Flatten Y. And I got a new technique. See, I'm learning in this too. Along the Y. Flatten along the Y. Okay, I guess that's on the edge, so there won't be a loop. Flatten along the Y. Okay, then we're going to scale horizontal. There should be a scale horizontal max on this. Let's see. Oh, no. What I'll just do is then scale max horizontal. What the fuck? Nope. Nope. Okay, I guess when I select it, I just can't see that. Oh, okay. Scale max horizontal. Let's hope though. Okay, they did say. Okay, so that's. We got to make sure the like these faces are approximately the same width. Okay, that way you don't have one side with more detail than the other. And if you want to save extra texture space, you can cut this in half again, right here. It looks like maybe right here, and stack it on top of each other, or yeah, right there. I think stack it on. You could cut it at this line by hitting cut, and then put it together. But it's not really something that goes well by itself, like mirrored, because you need a, like, I don't know, stack it on itself or something. Or because if you stack it on yourself and then on itself and then you put a knot on the side, then you end up with a knot on both sides, and that's not what you need. Let's scale this uniform because I messed up with that. Okay, so we're gonna move this. Maybe I should have left this top part. I didn't at all think about this thing existing until I was done. Damn it. Really quickly, I'm gonna go. These things happen every so often, so we're gonna go really quickly to the UV map, and we're gonna modify this guy to go here. And then we're going to create a whole new UV map. Create texture, background, draw edges, background, white. Okay. That leaves that entire top section for my Scabbard. UV mapping. Okay, we're going to do the same thing we did with it last time. Just turn off everything. And then, even though I could have just set the material. I don't know, I'm being dumb. Alright, so this will be, I think, rotate like that, move free down to here, and this will be, gotta rotate the same way just in case, move free down to here, and I'm not going to force it to be merged like that last one was. Okay, see, I did that wrong. Well, not unless it, yeah, no, it does. I did that wrong, because that's our up, right? Where's that? Yeah, okay. I've been using that ruler to tell which way is up and which way is down this entire time. Even set it the little gizmo down here. Okay, so we're gonna, that can't even flip horizontal. Rotate. Flip horizontal. Rotate. What the fuck? How did flipping horizontal mess that up? Did you see that? Is that thing? No, nothing else is still selected, so do it. I'll just rotate it 180. I don't understand. That's not straight. Okay. Let's see if these two faces. So these two faces. Which face are you? Okay. So this time I'm not gonna try to stitch it together because we saw how fun that was on the handle. So it's good. Well, yeah, no, that's good. For our purposes, that's fine. And then this doesn't really matter. So we're just gonna move free, even if that's not the right one. And I can't even see. It's the right one. But since there's only one edge selected over here, I guess it is the right one. I just guessed it and it was right. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna create texture, background. You want to keep it that. Draw edges on. Yeah, that'll be fun. No border edges. Okay. Okay. Now there should be, yep, some black lines on that guy. Awesome. And that's how I UV. Um, let's actually put these all in one material. Then pick up image, drop picked image as a diffuse. Because that one had everything on it. No, not that. Drop picked image. It's diffuse. Awesome. Then we're going to delete you. We're going to name you Katana Diffuse. And then we're going to delete this material because nothing's using it. We'll rename you Katana. Tutorial. Rename that Katana Diffuse. That way it's not, you know, it won't confuse me later on when I'm making katanas. Alright, so that was UVing. It's not as bad as some people think it is, but my way is certainly not the best way or the, you know, quickest or prettiest. But it gets the job done. Everything looks nice, and next time we'll be texturing. Alright.